Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. I hope. If you watch my show, you'd have seen, about a month ago. I've been busy. About a month ago, actually probably longer than that, I bought this Ruger American in 450 Bushmaster in a Go Wild. Reason being was, for years, I've had a Ruger American 450 Bushmaster Ranch version, which is a 16-inch barrel and the brown stock. Well, the Go Wild has a much longer barrel, and I thought I want to make a video to see how much speed difference is between this longer barrel. I think it's a 22-inch barrel. Don't quote me on that. I'll pop it up on the screen, whatever it is, after I look it up. And a 16-inch barrel. Super excited to get home. Well, I went to take the muzzle brake off. Let me show you this up close. Ignore my garage, I got all kind of junk in here. I went to take this muzzle brake off, and I had it in my vise that sits on my computer desk, and I ended up literally unscrewing the barrel. I'll roll in some of that footage here real quick, but I literally unscrewed the barrel. Got it right here in my Tipton vise. Wrench on the brake, and look, it took so much force for me. Instead of loosening the brake, which is what I wanted to do, I'm unscrewing the barrel. What in the world? Ruger, give me a break. So, the purpose of today's video is, I was cleaning out my garage after we moved, and I found this. It's a no-slip rubber vise insert that's supposed to be able to grip a barrel. And I just mounted this 100-year-old super heavy-duty old school vise into my workbench out here in the garage. And we're going to see if I can clamp this barrel down tight enough with this thing to where I can break that muzzle brake loose. Drives me nuts. I've had several, more Rugers than I remember. We'll say 4 or 5 of these Rugers that come with a factory muzzle brake that I've had to put in a vise and just get a pipe and boom, break their muzzle brakes off. They got some kind of gorilla at the factory at the end of the line that just whoo. Somebody that works at the Ruger factory actually DM'd me after they saw the video and said, yeah, that's like one of our #1 complaints from customer service. They're not supposed to do that, but some days whoever is putting the muzzle brake on just cranks it down too hard. And they get tons of comments and calls in about those brakes. But this one's on so tight, I unscrewed the barrel. So, I'm going to show you on video me cranking down on this vise, and we'll see if I can get this muzzle brake off. Hold on. Alright, so I got these rubber jaws in here. And with this old school, super heavy duty, I could take this thing out of the action and get a grip further up here, but I don't feel like taking this thing apart. So, I shouldn't be having to do this anyways. So, I'm going to get as far down away from the brake as I can and just start cranking on this vise. Ridiculous amount of pressure. Ugh. I don't have a pipe. I wish I did, or I'd use it on this and use it on the end of the brake. I might have to go get a pipe to use it on this. We'll see how it goes. Y'all see what I'm doing here? Let me get you higher up here. All right, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. I had to move the camera a bit. That's as tight as I can get this vise. Now, vice grips. I know I'm going to get tons of comments. Oh, vice grips, that's the wrong tool for the job. Or you're going to mark it up. I don't care about this. To me, this is a thread protector, not a muzzle brake. I will never use it as a muzzle brake, so I don't care to get teeth marks on it. And if this doesn't work, I'll try to see if I can find an open end wrench somewhere. Alright, so Lefty-loosey. I don't like that angle. I might have to use it anyways. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use that angle anyways. No, I don't. Let's just undo this and we'll spin it. We got to give ourselves every possible advantage we can for this thing. Again, I shouldn't be having to do this. This should be hand tight. Not 1,000 foot-pounds of force on this thing. That's also a red flag. I'm not talking bad or bashing Ruger. I'm just simply giving my experience. If you ever watch a show and they're always positive and never say anything negative, that should be a red flag that they're not telling you the truth. That's when the correct word for that. Oh, you're such a shill. Yeah, I'm just rambling now. People tell me I'm a shill all the time, but I'm not. Wow, I've got a tight grip on this thing. Another thing that grinds my gears is when people say, this rifle's so nice. It's the greatest rifle. You should get one. But then they don't show any groups. Or even worse, they say, it groups great, but then they don't show you the groups. Oh, that drives me nuts. But this vise isn't going to get any tighter. Let's see if we can break this thing loose. I should have soaked it in some oil all night last night, but I didn't. Yep. Looks like we're unscrewing the barrel again. No, we're actually just slipping in the jaws here. I don't understand it. I don't think I could get a barrel grip any tighter than that. I don't understand it. There's no way. Well, now I'm slipping over here. Pulling all the finish off this thing. Again, not that I care about it, but I just want to put my suppressor on this thing. Come on. And now we're just tearing that metal up. Yeah, this is a joke. I don't think this has a bunch of small holes in it. Can't think of anything that's that small that I could put through it. If it had the big holes in it, I'd just put a big old long-ended screwdriver through there and crank on in. That ain't gonna do nothing. Well, can we make this any tighter? And still grip it. Get this vice grip so tight I won't be able to get it off. I might end up just having to cut some slots in this. Use a giant old screwdriver. Yeah! Okay. Lots of torque to get that on there. And I'm still spinning the barrel. So, for everybody that commented that I needed to get a barrel specific insert in my vise, I got one. This thing's literally made for it. And in this heavy duty mega vise, it's still slipping. So, yep, that didn't work. And I can't grip it on the receiver, remember, because that's what I did before. And I unscrewed the barrel. So, I'm just going to have to end up taking this to somebody who has the time and patience to soak it or boil it or sprinkle some magic unicorn fairy dust on it to get this muzzle brake off. But super disappointed in this. Super disappointed. It should not be on that tight. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But yeah. Alright, I'm adding more to the video that I wasn't planning. I'm so frustrated with this. I let it soak with some penetrating oil for a while. And I even went and found the right open-ended wrench for this, 3/4 inch open-ended wrench. Perfect fit, grabs it perfect. And I have been beating it with a sledgehammer. And the force to break this is greater than the force that this can hold it. So even though this little vise things is made for this and says it won't slip, it's slipping with the force, and I just keep spinning the barrel around, and this is not coming loose. So even with the proper correct tools and letting it soak, I cannot break this muzzle brake off. Wasting so much of my time and not being able to do the videos with it that I want to. That's the end of the video. Stay tuned for part 3 on if I can ever get the muzzle brake off. We're at the point now where I wouldn't feel right just selling this one off because I've tore the end up so much. But yeah. Come on, man. I don't like having to fool this, and I don't have the time for this either. But yeah, let me show you how much I just marred that up. Yep. Tearing it up. But I got to get that muzzle brake off. We'll see what happens. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hoo-doo!